Hi and welcome back, and we're talking with Franco Prio, and it's everything to do with carpets and those spot cleaning issues. And we went to the break, Franco, we were talking about the stain resistance. We were having a bit of a joke about one of the commercials we had here in Australia with Mr. Pro Hart painting the carpet with all the food products and the cleaner just took it all off. But you're saying they do work, but they need topping up. Now, that's the first time I've actually thought of actually having someone who can get rid of stains but then actually reapply the protection.
Yes, so yes, that can be done. Now, it is an actual factory applied process. So when your carpet's manufactured, one of the last steps that happens before it gets rolled up and sent off is a stain protection applied to the carpet. Now remember that it is a stain protector,
yes,
or a resistor. It is not a stain proofer. They're two different things altogether. So it doesn't completely stop everything. Yes. Okay, but it is certainly an excellent barrier. What it basically does is it gives you a bit of time up your sleeve to be able to get onto it and get it off the fibre before it becomes an issue. So it's as I said, it's a stain resistor. Okay, right. It's not stain proofing. Don't get the two things mixed up. But yes, it is applied from the mill end. Yeah. Okay. But the problem with it is, as I said, it's a topical coating. So it's a coating on the fibre itself.
So as you're walking and the fibres are moving and you're vacuuming and furniture's being moved, hopefully not dragged. We've learnt don't drag furniture. Because those burn marks, they're not actually cleanable.
No. As another client found out just last Friday night.
Again?
Yes. He dragged the furniture out of the room for me to clean it, and I just looked at it and just went, they're permanent marks.
Because you're saying with the nylon, we're drifting a little bit, you're saying with the nylon carpets, if you drag the furniture, of course it's friction, it's heat.
It's polypropylene that has the issue.
Polypropylene, and it just melts it.
Yes, and it heat sets, and then that's the end of that. You can't undo it. No. But polypropylene won't affect a stain resistor either. It's a nylon carpet, generally speaking, that you're going to find that, and some of the Triexis as well.
Right.
It has to have some sort of absorbency to moisture for it to be able to work. Okay, which polypropylene just doesn't absorb any moisture, so it's absolutely useless on it. If anybody tries to sell you a stain protector and you have polypropylene carpet, they're actually trying to rip you off.
Right.
Yeah. Or completely ignorant, they shouldn't be applying the stuff in the first place.
How would you know you've got that type of carpet? Like for someone like me, it can be easy for you. You walk in and go, it's that. Yeah. But someone who's not quite sure, how would they know what it was?
If they've bought the carpet themselves, they probably would have been told at the point of sale that it does have a stain protection on there. There'll be some sort of warranty certificate, and you'll have that knowledge there. Generally speaking, though, most nylons these days, it's you'll find that they have got a stain protector on there, unless they're an absolute cheap and nasty. Not the sort of stuff you'd really probably want to put in your house anyway. But yeah, they're generally going to be stain protected because of the fact that they do work, and it does extend the life of the carpet. It does protect it from soiling, and it does protect it from stains.
Now, for someone I'm just thinking of that myself now. So you've got it on, it does break down over time. How often would you recommend having it reapplied then?
Okay, it really depends on how much it gets used. Now, according to manufacturer stats, normally it's about 5 years before of general wear before it wears off. But the rule is 5 years, 3 cleans. Okay, so cleaning will have an impact on it as well.
Oh, of course, because it's starting to strip it off, for lack of a better word, it's starting to break down that coating.
That's right, and then cleaning it will just accelerate that process as well. So really, if you wait the 5 years, you've got 0 stain protector left on your carpet, and it's really not doing anything. Unless it's in a light traffic situation, obviously, then it'll still be there. But in your traffic areas, certainly, it will be gone.
Okay, so you're getting your carpets cleaned, say, once a year to keep them tip-top and nice and fresh. Then probably around about that 3rd year is when you should be looking at getting that coating, that protection put back on them.
Correct.
To make them last.
Yeah.
Because you've had your carpets for 20-something years.
28 years.
28 years, and they're still in mint condition. Not surprisingly, of course, but yeah. So that's interesting. Is it an expensive or is it a time-consuming process?
It's an expensive product, I have to say, the product itself, if you're using the correct products. And the process itself doesn't take a great deal of time. But the other thing with it is as well is that the carpet has to be particularly prepared for it. If you don't have the carpet prepared or cleaned in a particular way and you apply the protector to it, it'll fall off. If you don't have the correct dilution rate, it'll fall off. Okay.
Wow.
And it just isn't going to work. And I know a lot of people over the years have said, "Oh no, that stuff just doesn't work," and that's because whoever applied it didn't apply it correctly.
Yes.
Okay. If you have it put on properly, it works, and it works very, very well.
Now, one thing I know you're very keen on, is there like a certificate that someone would have, or some type of proof that they know how to apply this? Because I know you do lots of training.
There used to be a certificate around that the actual suppliers of the products used to do, but that's kind of fallen by the wayside now. So anybody can have access to the product now.
Right.
So really, it's once again, you're looking for someone who's had training in the field. Okay. Anybody that just comes along and just buys a product and starts throwing it willy-nilly around the place, they haven't been shown how to use it properly, or they don't particularly care. They're just there to sell you something, and as long as they make the show of them doing it.
Yes.
You know, I've actually heard reports of people spraying fresh water. Yes.
Really?
And that's why stain protection didn't work, oddly enough.
Oh, I'm very surprised. Fresh water and it didn't work. Oh,
yeah, or to be able to give it a little bit of smell, they throw a little bit of product in there, but it's diluted so far down that it's just really not doing what it needs to be doing.
Wow. Wow. So I know you're big, and we've talked about this on the show before, when someone actually comes to your house, especially with carpets and tile cleaning and grout cleaning and all those specialists that you do, and recolouring that you do, colour matching, it's impressive. You really want to be having a look at not just the insurances, but you want to be looking at where's your certificates. And so you get a really good understanding of the depth of knowledge in this industry.
That's right, yeah, because I mean, I've seen plenty of guys, well, not plenty of guys, I've seen a few guys around the place that have advertised the fact that they've been in the industry for 20 years. But they're still using the same processes that they were using 20 years ago. Nothing has changed. So the things have developed rapidly since then, not only in the chemistry that we got, but the machinery that we have.
Yes.
And also the actual fibres have changed. Okay, with the nylons, there's so many different types of nylon out there now.
Yeah.
Then we have the triesters, which were a development of the polyesters. Then we have the polypropylenes, and then there's all the mixes and blends in between. And you've got to understand how they all work together. Doing the one size fits all, because I did that 20 years ago, just doesn't cut it.
Doesn't cut it anymore. You know, you mentioned all these different carpet types that are out there. I've got to ask, do you have a favourite yourself for what you think is a...
Depends on the application, really.
Right.
Okay. I mean, there's in some cases a wool carpet will work fantastically. Okay, and in other places nylons work really, really well. It depends on what your budget is and what the situation is that you're putting the carpet into. There are some carpets that, I mean, you know, polypropylene, they're great. They're cheap. They're hard wearing. They're almost stain proof.
Yes.
Okay, but they have tracking issues. They have soiling issues.
Right.
And so, say a nylon compared to a polypropylene, they're both synthetic, but a nylon will stay looking nice and perky and clean, and then the polypropylene will just look dead and dull and ready to throw out. And they'll be subjected to the same wear.
Right, okay.
But the polypropylene is just so hardy. That's just why it gets used a lot in commercial applications. It's a nice cheap fibre and it's very durable, but it uglies out real fast. It doesn't wear out, it uglies out.
Uglies out real fast. On that note, we're going to take a break and we'll come right back. Don't go anywhere.